Hi, I'm Dr. Polly Watson, founder of Hormone Wellness MD. This section of the course is called Unicorn Space. I learned this term from Eve Radosky's book, Fair Play. I want you to think about how the division of domestic labor in your house affects the sexual relationship with your partner. Now, we don't often talk about this, and this part of the class is less about gynecology and women's health and a little bit more about real life, but I think it's an important part to talk about. So in Eve's book, she really does a great job, and not just going through all the domestic tasks that are involved in making a household run, but also sort of outlining the emotional work and the preparation that surrounds each and every one of those tasks. She does a great job kind of clarifying for us what can happen when one partner is micromanaging the other partner in terms of getting domestic tasks done. And I think a lot of these things affect how we relate to each other sexually. So when one partner is micromanaging down to the last detail every single little thing, I think three things happen in the relationship. One, the partner that's being managed is treated like a child, which is absolutely not sexy. Two, the partner who's being managed may get kind of fed up because they're told that they're never doing it right anyway, and so they may stop trying to help out. Then the managing partner gets more irritated. And the third thing is that if the managing partner is still sort of managing all the emotional work and planning around the task, they're still exhausted, even though they haven't actually taken part in doing that particular task, which isn't sexy for anybody. So exploring domestic work and how that plays out at home, I think, is a really important part of figuring out how to make your sex life what you want it to be. In Eve's book, she also talks about this concept called unicorn space. And in unicorn space, each person in the relationship is given some time, energy, resources to do something that fills them up solely for them. So that is apart from their role as a parent, that is a part of their role as a partner, and it's a part of their role as a breadwinner or a worker. I think this concept of unicorn space and sort of filling up one's own bucket really reminded me of Esther Perel's work in her book, Mating in Captivity. In this book, she talks about how erotic love needs space. She talks about how fire needs air. And if we're so tied up with our partners and we don't have some distance to be our true selves, then we become less interesting to our partners. So if we can create some space in our relationships to fill up our own buckets, to pursue our dreams, to pursue our interests that are outside of our relationship, then we become more interesting to ourselves and we become more interesting to our partners, which is ultimately much more sexy than being resentful and exhausted. So I encourage you to check out both of these books, Fair Play by Eve Radosky, and Mating in Captivity by Esther Perel. I hope these resources will be helpful for you in starting some conversations in your partnerships to reevaluate how domestic work plays into your sexual life and helps generate some solutions. Thanks for watching.